Is this you? Arms fall forward on the overhead squat. What's up? It's Joey Thurman. Now today we're going to work on what's happening when the arms fall forward when you're doing overhead squat. Often if you're doing a shoulder press, I notice this a lot as well, as people press up, they can't get that full extension. What's causing that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's what's causing that. Now most likely you have a different length tension relationship with your body here. So basically the muscles aren't working together the way they should. Now if you have that overhead squat and the arms are falling forward, most likely you have tight lats here, which are internally rotating the shoulder, anterior delts, and that pec minor right in here, and pec major, okay? So we need to release those areas, okay? So we're gonna get a release on there. We're gonna do some foam rolling. We're gonna lengthen. So these are really tight, release and lengthen. Then after that, we're going to activate the posterior muscles, which aren't firing enough to stabilize you. All right, cool? So we're going to release here and here. Then we're going to lengthen. Then we're going to activate. Then we're gonna integrate, okay? So we're gonna work on that neuromuscular re-education, basically saying, hey body, here's how you're supposed to fire and here's how you're supposed to work in order. Got it? Got it? Good. All right, check it out. Okay, for sake of time, we're gonna do one side at a time here. Now I have my foam roller. I'm gonna start getting my lats, okay? Big wings here. And I'm really gonna focus on the insertion point. Right underneath my armpit, and I'm gonna roll across and I'm gonna hit right in that pec major, pec minor, anterior deltoid spot. Okay, so we're gonna work on those areas that are internally rotating, and then we're gonna lengthen, okay? So I've got the foam roller here. We're gonna start on one side. Now you wanna do this for about 30 to 60 seconds each side. So basically we come down, I roll up, and you're gonna see when I find that spot, I'm gonna kinda cringe a little bit, and there it is. So I'm gonna hold on this spot when you feel that knot for at least 30 seconds. Then I like to roll through and see if I can find, oof, another knot. And there it is, okay? So I'm not gonna hold it the whole time because I know your attention span probably isn't that much and we don't need a 10-minute long video. Now from here, I'm simply gonna roll over right here and I'm gonna hit my pec minor, pec major, and that's a really tight area, especially as we're sitting down, typing, or we've got the text thumb. So I'm gonna hold here, 30 to 60 seconds, and try to release that area, okay? Now, once that area is released, we can simply, obviously go to both sides. We're gonna go into a child's pose. We can use that same foam roll. All right, so the child's pose, I'm coming down on posterior, tilting my glutes. I can reach out, I can do one side at a time, you can do both sides. I can come forward here and stretch it out. So here, I'm lengthening my lats, and this also gets the pecs as well. You can get both sides, and I isolate the one side. Also, what I like to do, hold that at least 30 seconds, is if you have a doorway or a wall, I'm sure you have a wall and a doorway, we can come in and we can really get that stretch. I'm leaning out and away from it because the pecs will internally rotate, right? We have that horizontal adduction, so I'm coming away and pushing out. So getting both sides, and you can even go onto the wall and get a similar child's pose. We're gonna come up here and get that stretch through, okay? So we release, we lengthened, now what do? We need to activate, okay? So this is right here. What we're gonna do is essentially, we're gonna bend over, we're gonna do an imaginary bent over row with a press and a lat pull down. So I'm gonna come down here, I'm hinging at the hips, abs tight, I'm gonna pull in, I'm gonna row, shoulder blades back, externally rotate here, press up. So here, my upper back, mid traps, they're all firing, pull down, squeeze through, rotate back, push down or dive into the water. Up, squeeze through, rotate, extend out from the back. It looks like this. Down, in, squeeze through, rotate. I'm trying to bring my scapula, so my shoulder blades, into my back pocket here. Rotate, extend out, and squeeze through there. Got it? Now you can also go into a ground Cobra, which will get that similar posterior area. Over on the ground here, I like to have my thumbs up, but come back, squeeze, pause, hold, drop it down, and back through, okay? Once we did that, 10 to 15 reps there, we're gonna go into the integration exercise. Okay, work on that neuromuscular reeducation. All right, so check it out. Okay, now we're gonna go into that integration exercise. So here, I just have a band tightly secured with my door here. Now you can do this with cables as well, all right? So we're just gonna do a squat and a row. Simple. I step back, I'm gonna grab the band, I'm going to squat down, coming up, and then rowing in, squeezing my shoulder blades together, squat down, come up, row in. So I'm bracing through my abs. You don't need to bring your arms as far back as possible because this will give that scapular elevation. Probably see a lot of people doing that with rows. So we extend out, weight through the heels, come in, come back, just where I can get my shoulder blades into my opposing back pocket. So think about down with the shoulders and then squeeze together, okay? We're squatting down, come up, squeeze in and through. Now, if you can't get that squat range, you can simply go into a row and have just a hinged hip here and really focus on that retraction through the shoulder blades. All right, got it? Okay, so arms falling forward, what do we want to do? We want to work on tight lats, tight pecs. So we roll those out. Okay, so we're going to isolate those and release those. Then from there, we're going to stretch out that area. Then we want to activate the underactive or lengthen areas, okay? So we work on that posterior chain. We do that IYT, or that row retraction where we're coming up into the lat pull down. We're gonna go into the Cobra pose, okay? Then from there, we wanna integrate. Why do we wanna integrate? Because we wanna tell our body, hey, here's how we're supposed to work, and here's how we're supposed to work together as a system, as one unit. Got it? Cool. I'm Joey Thurman. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow me everywhere at Joey Thurman Fit. And if you're gonna troll nicely.